Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right. I'm sorry that, I'll just be doing this video pretty, randomly. The reason being is I'm just busy with work because, as you know, that I don't earn a salary. I earn through freelance or online consulting. So as I was doing this work, I got this email, which I found rather surprising because it seems a lot of UAE expats are stuck abroad and they have no means to come back to UAE. And, obviously, if an expat is staying in UAE, it's because he's working in UAE. And, if he goes back to his country, then he cannot come back to UAE. So I was pretty surprised to know that, because, I'm sorry, it may sound that I'm ignorant or arrogant about this fact, but I assumed in my assumption that UAE had got all the expatriates and citizens back to the country. But I was pretty surprised to know through this email, which I'll share with you a screenshot, that there are a lot of UAE expats who are stuck and they are just like either holiday or they went for a business visit or they went back to their countries to be with their families and now they can't come back. And the part that is disturbing is they can't come back. They have loans, they have credit cards, they have their property, they have their vehicles, everything else, and they'll have to forfeit all of this. And the worst part is if you take a loan and you don't pay it back, you get blacklisted or you get on the wanted criteria. So I was surprised. I didn't think this was an issue until somebody in my comment section, the video that I put of Sheikh Mohammed, the message, one of them actually, surprisingly, he put the message that, Loy, how about addressing this issue that there are many expatriates who are stuck? And I was like, expatriates who are stuck? Like, I didn't think that, this was going to be such a big issue. So anyway, I'll read out the letter. I'll share with you the link. And I'll also share with you the Twitter hashtag of this movement. And I don't have much details. I don't know what is going on. I'm sorry, but I'm just new to this. I didn't think this problem is as serious as what this letter stated. So I'll read out the letter first. Obviously, I'm censoring the name because I just want to protect the person's identity. I don't want the person to be in trouble. This is what it says. It was sent to me an hour ago. Hello, Loy. All this information I'm sharing with you here is which I'm following through Facebook and WhatsApp group of UAE expats stuck abroad. Okay, I'll share with you a screenshot of UAE expats stuck abroad. The address is facebook.com groups/UAE expats stuck abroad. Okay, as of now, there are 16,000 members of this group. The admins, the admin is Faisal Ahmed from Ras Al Khaimah and Ruth Cardon. And these two, I've already sent them a message asking them if they could, if they want me to say anything on my channel to show support to the expats. I'm still waiting for a response. But anyway, until then, this is what is shared in the letter. All the links will be put down in the description. So what he says is, I will keep this letter straight to the point and facts. It started in March. Around 20th March, they announced that all UAE residents outside the country are banned to come back for 2 weeks. No deadline was given to come back. And it just started from that same night. Then after 2 weeks, they extended to another 2 weeks. And after that, they didn't say anything about this topic. Just like that, they forgot about the residents. In the meantime, they launched a special section in their ICA government website. I have no idea what this website is. I'll have to check it out. So I'm sorry because I was doing work. I told you that people are changing their jobs or getting new jobs. So, I was busy with that. Okay, I see a government website to register online for residents to come back depending on their situation. So far, only some medical workers, teachers, and cabin crew, especially European girls, got the approval to go back. I don't know why cabin crew, as most of the airlines are not operating. I completely understand the ban, but there should be a time limit like 1, 2, or 3 months. But there is no deadline, and some people are really suffering now because they're already out. They are out already before the ban came into effect. So many of them are stuck since 3 months in a foreign country and hardly surviving. Loy, you can understand the situation very well because you are born in UAE. You don't have any relatives in your home country to go back, and you don't know anything about your own home country, which is very true. For expatriates like myself, we were brought to UAE when we were small children. For me, UAE was like my motherland. UAE was the country that I was born. I never thought that I was an expatriate. But as you grow up, you realize, sheesh, this is not my country. I have another country's passport. I'm staying here. And then as you grow older, you realize I'm a temporary resident here. And I think the most embarrassing or painful part is whenever you are coming for your visa renewal, or if you're coming on a new work visa, the guy at the immigration asks you this question: what is your purpose of visit? I mean, it sounds so ridiculous, especially like when you're born and raised in a country and they're asking you, like, what's the purpose of your visit, man? Sometimes I just feel like telling them, I'm fucking born in this country, man. But then the problem is, even if you say that you're born, they'll be like, okay, whatever. Because for them, you're not a citizen of the country. You're just an expat. You're not a citizen. You're not a first-class citizen. They treat you like not even second class, like a third-class, unwanted, disposable tissue. Don't get me wrong. It's not that UAE treats you like dirt, but you feel like that because you need a visa. You need a visa to be in a country that you're born. If you are born in UK, or if you're born in US, or man, you would get the citizenship. So it's such a sad situation, and this is one of the big reasons why nobody wants to stay in UAE, or nobody wants to dedicate their lives. They just want to make quick money and get the fuck out. So I totally understand what this person is saying because, when you go to India, if you have an Indian passport or Pakistan and you're born in UAE, going to Pakistan or going to your actual country of residence of the passport is like going on a holiday, and you don't know anyone, you don't know anything, you feel really strange. This might sound really odd to you, but an NRI, non-resident Indian, is treated like an NRI, not required Indian. Non-resident Indian is treated like a not required Indian. And on top of that, when you go there, you feel very uncomfortable because it's not your country. You don't know anything. You're like, ooh, you really don't feel comfortable. You can ask any UAE-born expatriate. When he goes back to his home country, he feels very strange because the environment, the mannerisms, the place, it's not that it's low class or it's superior, inferior. It's just like going to a totally different culture, a totally different place where the people are different, the mannerisms are different, the dialect is different, so many things. And when you go there, people look at you really strange. They're like, why the hell you come? And you'll be surprised, or maybe you know this, but even an Indian, when he goes back to his home country, he's even called as a refugee. Oh, refugees come back, That's the term that people use. So I totally understand what you're saying. In fact, this question is coming to my head is, if you are staying 3 months or 4 months outside, how the fuck are you earning? How are you paying your bills? I mean, anyway, I'll get to that. The situation is like never ending, and they put many people in depression. UAE has always showed themselves as a different country, and then other Middle East countries saying everyone is respected and it is home for all the residents. That's why people were happy to work there, spend decades and bring their families, investors through the same. But now the reality shows everything. No, you're never going to be like, they'll never give you the privileges, the rights. You'll always be treated like sad to say, like disposable tissue. That's what it is. You have the money, they'll give you a gold visa. If you're rich, they'll give you a 50-year visa, 100-year visa. But if you are a normal expatriate, that is why this gold visa and all, it was fucking meaningless, because rich people can afford it. Why the fuck should they even bother? And why would you want to put 1 million of your hard-earned money for a visa that, if there's a court case or if there's anything, they can just put you behind bars and deport you, and then your money, you don't get it back. Okay. Then what he says is, I will give you also one example in Indonesia. There are few residents are stuck and they are all registered online. They also send emails to the UAE embassy, but when they did repatriation flights, they took only few UAE locals back to UAE. The whole flight was empty. They could have taken the residents with social distancing, but they didn't. People are, like I told you, an expatriate is like a disposable tissue. They don't give a fuck. Okay. See, that's a reality. I'm telling you the reality. Okay. You can tell me if I'm wrong. People are suffering everywhere, paying hotel bills and food using their credit card. That is fucked up. If you pay with your credit card, and many people, they take a loan and they go for a holiday, taking a loan, because the plan is, okay, when I get next month's salary, I'll pay. And for those people who have taken a loan, you are seriously in fucking trouble. And paying on a credit card, FYI, the Middle East, especially UAE, has the highest credit card interest in the world. It is 65 or 66% interest every year. So you take 100 dirhams, you'll be paying 66 dirhams every year. And even if, to give you an idea, because I worked in Citibank when I started my career after, like in the corporate world, not the career. I started off as a bellboy and cleaner, mine is total poverty. So when I worked in Citibank, they normally advertise and tell you only 2% interest, and that's all bullshit. Okay. They make it sound as if it's only 2%. It's not 2%. Okay. And they tell you it's you have an interest of 5% and you pay a minimum of 2%, or 2% and you pay minimum 5%. I don't know. No, it has been 22 years since I left Citibank. So, but what I can tell you is, if you take 100 dirhams, okay, you take 100 dirhams or you spend 100 dirhams on your card and you pay 99 dirhams, you will still be charged interest for that 1 dirham. But you will not be charged on that amount of 1 dirham. You'll be charged the amount of 100 dirhams. That means the principal, the main amount. So even if you take 100 dirhams and you pay 99.99 and there is 0.01 fils left, that 0.01 fils will be charged interest on 100 dirhams. So, to give you an example, you took 100 dirhams, you paid 99, there's only 1 dirham left. And next month, you think, I'll pay the 1 dirham and finish it off. After you paid 100 dirhams, the next month, it's 1 dirham plus the interest for the full 100 dirhams. So, I'll tell you, this is where it's scary. Okay. They are paying hotel bills and food using their credit cards, and they are about to lose their jobs, because now how long the company is going to wait for them. And this is a fact. I know this because there have been quite a number of emails that I've received and messages of people saying that companies have sent them the termination letter, just simple email. I'm sorry, due to the COVID-19, we are restructuring or we are cutting down on people, and your services are no longer required. We'll be sending you the papers via post. Just imagine, you have taken a fucking bank loan, your house, your car, everything is there back home, and they're just canceling your visa. What the fuck are you going to do? And if you have a bank loan and you have a credit card, you're going to be fucking blacklisted. If you travel anywhere in the Middle East, the bank would just put you in jail. They'll put a case on you. And I know there are these geniuses who say, yeah, the insurance company, bank will go to the insurance company and claim, and man, they don't give a fuck about you. You are going to be jailed. And if you want to spend the rest of your life running away and not moving through the Middle East, fine. But if you board an aircraft, let's say Qatar Airways or Emirates Airlines or any of the Middle East airlines, or you take even a transit flight or you take a connecting flight and your name is on their screen, I'll tell you, they are going to catch you. And nowadays, there are so many cases where people have taken big amounts. Interpol has been involved and people have been jailed either in-house or been extradited back to UAE. So I don't think a decent person, a person who is a normal human being, would want all this complication. Okay. Few days back, we decided in our group to trend hashtag bring back UAE residents on Twitter. It was trending on number 3 and number 4. After that, they announced that residents can come back after June 1st. But with online ICA approval, which is likely impossible since everyone is already rejected when you apply online. So I kindly request you to raise this issue. If you have questions, please ask me. Okay. So as of now, I'm being very honest with you. If I know something, I tell you. If I don't know, I tell you I don't know. As of now, I don't know anything about this issue. As far as I know, as I'm looking at this Facebook group, I think everyone is in problem. Everyone is being rejected. Everyone is having a great deal of issue. So if you have any information with regards to this, please share it. I'll share it on my website. I'll share it on Twitter. I'll share it through via videos. Just keep me updated because, I'll just try to do whatever I can from my side to create the awareness. So if you have any information, please let me know. Is there anyone in your family, or is it just a few number of people, or is this just being blown out of proportion, or I don't know. You tell me if this is a serious issue, a big issue, or this is just a few people making a lot of noise. So I'm just sharing with you what I received. I need to get back to work because there are people who are changing their jobs, or there's a lot of movement in the market. I told you after Eid, there will be a lot of job changes, a lot of job opportunities. So, busy with work. So keep me updated. If there's anything, let me know. And I'll share with you information as I receive it. Take care, guys. Links are put down below. Let me know your comments. This is me signing off.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.